गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये रासे विनपे कति सकल सहने बल दिया करो निज माने स्पृहहीना बल दिया करो निज माने स्पृहहीना सकले सम्मान करिते शक्ति एहो नाथा यथा सकल सम्मान तबे तो गाइब हरिनाम सुखे अपराध हवे हत खावे है नो कृपा लोभिया ये जना कृतार्थ होइबे नाथा शक्ति बोल देना हमें अति देना शक्ति बोल देना करो मोरे आत्मसात करो मोरे किया योग्यता विचारे किचु नहीं पाए तुम्हारा करुणा सारा योग्यता विचारे किचु नहीं पाए तुम्हारा करुणा सारा करुणा न होइले अंगिया कांदिया प्राण न राखी बारो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा श्रील गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमामो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निते नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्योर्नमाम्यहम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, welcome all of you. Yesterday you all did on what all topics you completed till now? Shelter of the? Okay, that was completed yesterday. So today we are going to shelter of Guru. There are two sessions in this. Let us begin with the first one. You see, in any field, for you to be successful, you need a reverence for the teacher. Once I was very surprised that P.T. Usha, who came, who got a medal, I heard that even she has a coach who trains her. I was thinking, running, I can easily run from here to there. Why I need a coach? I thought like that. But later I understood even athletes also have a coach, because the coach are those who are seasoned people in their field. They must have run for 2-3 decades, and they may have experience, and they may know the parameters what is to be done, what food to eat, how to keep the body fit, and how to pace, when to pick up speed and all those things. So even if running from here to there requires a guru, going from material world to spiritual world doesn't require a guru, isn't it? You don't even know how to go beyond the shell of the universe. So therefore, whether it is karate, whether it is kung fu, whether it is any subject like when you take a doctorate, research, you have a guide, correct, no? Generally, many of the doctor students cry that the guide is too much pushing to go to the library and gather information and conduct experiments, and you have to bring it to the point of publishing papers in the international magazines, correct, no? So, but finally, when the defense they do, then they become a doctorate after 5, 6. Some people take 7, 8 years also sometimes. Takes a long time. Then they are very happy, and they also become very seasoned in their field. Become expert in their field. And those students who escape the teacher, and those who don't do the work nicely, some or other in 3, 4 years they get the degree. They will be like half baked because they have not done dived deeper. So in any field, you need someone to escort you, handhold you, experienced person. And it's like trekking. If you don't have experience of trekking, you go, you can topple, you can fall off the mountain and break your head. So one requires guidance. And the spiritual life, it is said, Kshurasya Dara, Nijita Duratya, Durgam Patastat Kavyo Vadanti. It is said that the path of spiritual life, and the path is royal path. It's a great path. It will lead you back to Godhead, but there are also dangers in this path on the way. Prabhupada says, even on a royal road, there can be accidents, Prabhupada writes. Like Pune, Bombay, there's an express highway, broad road, still they have put speed limit because they have experienced that when cars go too fast in the afternoon time when the sun is very hot, the tire catches a lot of heat due to the friction with the road. And when they go extremely fast, either the tire breaks and the car topples, and the other car is going, they both hit, and there is a terrible accident. Or there may be a truck going. So you may wonder, how can accident happen? Accident can happen on a royal road also. So when we walk the spiritual path, one very important, first primary basic principle I will tell you, easy to remember, only difficult to apply for many. What is it? Conformity with the Supreme and unity with all. Conformity with Supreme and unity with all. All means all living entities. Learn to work in a cooperative, united way with all other living entities. And have a conformity with Supreme means aligned with the Shastra. Correct? Now, that is true north principle. Anybody who does these two things, for them, the spiritual life is likely to be more smoother, more easier, in the sense that you will save a lot of your war against dualities, against other living entities. What is that? Manashashtani Indriyani Prakritistani Karshi. That can be reduced if you do this. Conformity with Lord and unity with all. So, in today's session, there's shelter of Guru. Generally, people think in the in the Shastras it is said that when one becomes a Bhagyavanji, when one gets a Guru, Brahmanda Brahmita Kona. So people in India deeply recognize that. Many people actually have a great reverence for Guru. Naturally, they say that, oh, no, we have accepted a Guru and he has given a mantra. Now our life has become fortunate. But we are not supposed to stop with that. The Guru-disciple relationship is not static, it is dynamic. How it is dynamic, we will understand today. That's why see the heading, read the heading, what I've given. Where's the mic? Who is the mic with you?
Shelter of Guru. Loving reciprocation between Guru and disciple leads to preaching expansion.
Yeah, chanting, 16 rounds, practicing seriously, preparing for lifelong service. So, the famous verse given below. Yasya prasadan, yasya aprasadan. For the mercy of Guru, one receives the mercy of Krishna. So, when we talk about our life, where do we repose our faith? That is where we take the shelter. Huh? Like for example, somebody is very confident of his bank balance, that I have saved so much money in the bank. Like your father may give you 1 or 2 CR, and you saved 2 3 CR in your life. So 5 crores you have put in the bank, your own house, own car. Then a family man thinks that I am economically very stable. As soon as he is thinking like that, suddenly there may be some recession in the market and market crashing down. All the money you put in the bank went diwala or something. It can happen like that. So, and the house in which you are living, it had a damage, or it's going to be demolished because the government is making some ring road. So the house, they're telling you to go to some remote place. So in this world, kuch bharosa nahi, anything can happen anytime. So it's not that money is sometimes looted. Sometimes a man kept a lot of gold biscuits in the bureau and he went abroad. His old mother, father were at home. But sometimes the thieves break into the house, kill the old people, and take away all the gold biscuits and flee away. This happened. Uh, Many places it has happened. Nowadays, becoming more common, such things. So, you may be thinking that if I put the money in the bank, I have to worry about income tax, you know, and uh, and also banks are not very reliable. You buy your own gold biscuits and keep in the bureau. That's not very safe also. So he thought money will be my shelter, but that our money also gone, parents also gone. It has happened like that, correct, no? Similarly, the carrier, everybody understands this. Layoffs are quite common nowadays. 30,000 people are laid off from one company. What is that? Oracle recently. Similarly, somebody thinks family is a shelter. Now, recently, just in the last 6 months, in Pune, we heard news. At least 5 6 people have passed away. 4 5 people in our community. 3 were old and 3 were young. People nowadays, even young age, they pass away. How many of you observed it? You're observing it, correct? No? People say they got a massive heart attack or something. People just pass away. They had some health complication due to the kind of food we eat. Nowadays, it's not very, nutritious and a lot of complication. Cancerous things are going into the body, plastics and everything. So people die at very early age also. When 35, 38, 3200 people are dying. You're hearing that news nowadays. So somebody has a family, husband is attack, wife is thinking he is my shelter, and suddenly he gets a massive heart attack and pat, and the machine stops working. Correct? Next day she's a widow. Or a husband is depending on his wife's encouragement, and he has 2 children, and pat, and the wife goes away. Then he's left with the 2 children. How he's going to raise them? Small school-going kids. I know one family where he has 2 daughters and 1 son. Now he has to bathe them, dress them, decorate them, send them to school. So, and he is single-handedly cooking also at home, managing the children, sending them to school. So there are in this world no shelter can be trusted fully. Like somebody may be thinking, intelligence is my shelter, but our intelligence can become kubuddhi also. Subuddhi can become kubuddhi, just like what happened to Kaikeyi. Correct, no? She got misguidance. Similarly, social identity. I am a Lions Club president or a Rotary Club president, or I am in this particular position. Like, for example, there was a football player. He was internationally acclaimed, millions of fans. But suddenly one day when I was playing football, he broke his leg. And he was admitted in the hospital. And then the hospital people told that your leg has to be amputated and you have to have a wooden leg from the knee, below the knee. After that, no, fans looked at him. He said, when I came home, I only had 2 people for me. One side parents, other side the pastor, the priest from the church. He said, these These people were always interested in me, whether I am a big success or not success. They were kind to me always. So the pastor was giving some sermons to him, and the family were happy to receive him. But he said all the fans remained far away. They said, now that you don't have the leg working, what's the use? We don't need you anymore. Either you come with the leg or get lost. That's the world there. So his social identity completely got changed. His social image. So which of this can protect us from death? None of this. Think about it. They can't protect us from death or karma. Why these are important? Why am I dwelling on this slide? Somehow or other, there is a false confidence in the conditioned soul that somehow or other these things will go on. What confidence? In whom? In a conditioned soul. He has a false confidence that, oh, hai, mere paas, oh, chalta rahega. It will go on. And actually, unless the death comes and strikes him down, he will not trust that something called death exists. He will not understand. Similarly, unless the money is taken away, one will not realize it. The conditioned soul has a false confidence. And as long as we have that false confidence, we don't take shelter of Guru very fervently. Like Arjuna also do you think Arjuna was not a skilled man? Was he a skilled man or a not skilled man? Super skilled. He was number one in the Gurukula. Most dear student of Dronacharya. One day Dronacharya purposefully went into the river and put his leg in the mouth of a crocodile. And he screamed, save me, save me. All the Pandavas, Kauravas, everybody became frozen. They all dropped their bow and arrow. Guruji, Guruji, they were weeping emotionally. Yeah. But Arjuna was the only one, took the bow and arrow. He did. Immediately crocodile's neck was cut and Guruji was released. And Guruji laughed. He said, our Arjuna is the best. So today I'm going to teach Arjuna Brahmastra. So he treated him as good as his own son. So he was a very skilled man. And Arjuna was a strong man or a weak man? Yeah. That means physically he was strong. Intellectually he was very skilled. There's nothing wrong. No deficiency in him. But he had lost his motivation and willpower. And he had become weak in heart. It's called Hridaya. Shudram Hridaya Darbalyam, it is said. So none of his skill didn't give him shelter. His strength didn't give him shelter. These things didn't let him fight the battle. So therefore he took shelter of Krishna. You will see that. So when each of us in our lives we have to look back. When was one time in your life where you felt everything has gone far away and you became extremely vulnerable? All of you think for a moment. One day in my home as a schoolboy, I was lying down like this, having a little headache. So somebody gave me this eucalyptus oil, eucalyptus oil. And I applied on the head, on the forehead. I applied like this. And lying with semi-closed eyes. It has a cap. I was smelling along with the cap I was smelling. Somehow the cap opened. And the oil went kada 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 in the nose. When it's a this much size bottle, when half the bottle went in, I got up. My eyes became bloodshot. Hopping of face became this much blushing because it's very. How many of you know what is this eucalyptus oil? You have experience of that. Only few people know, many don't know here. I think we have to bring one to give you experience. experience. It's very intense, it is. It is used for headache and all. It's a eucalyptus oil. It's a very intense oil. Generally, you put one little few drops of it, like Amritanjan type of thing. So it's a liquidy thing, it is. Went to the nose, I screamed. I couldn't speak also. I was saying. And my sister was crying, and father came running. And one person put my, he said, I will take him to the doctor. He put me behind the cycle of one Atakata man, and then I sat behind. And I could clearly see my father came running behind the cycle. And I could see him coming running. He was in great anxiety, and my head was spinning. I thought I'm dead that day. So much oil had gone inside into the hospital. So it took almost 3-4 hours for them to bring me to normalcy. So sometime when death approaches very closely to you, that is the time when you can realize that there is no other shelter. All shelters are stripped away. Because relatives are crying. More than crying, can they do anything else? They can't do anything. Similarly, one day in my sixth standard, we were sitting in a circle like this, 5, 6 of us, and studying very nicely. And that, where were we studying? There is a cycle stand area full of cycles all around. In between, we moved the cycles a little bit and made a circle. We were preparing for the exam, just discussing with amongst us 4, 5 hours. Suddenly, one boy was taking a cycle. When he was taking cycle, the other cycle fell off. When it fell, the bar, it hit my back. Like that, it fell and part it hit. I was just like that. I couldn't breathe only. I was trying to breathe. I couldn't breathe only. Then again, they took me to the doctor. I couldn't give the exam that day. Imagine something falls on your back, dhada karke falls. You lose your breath. So I have had many close encounters to death like this. Very close. I thought I'm gone today. But of course, after 2, 3, 4 hours of admitting in the hospital, I came back to normalcy. So in these kind of moments are like we say, brushing with death, correct, no? Brushing with means you're this close to death. And some of you came back to life. So either you are literally close to death, or you feel like close to death. Why? Because something was very dear to you that was taken away, like money, for example. For some people, they will go mad if money, if the market crashes, they will go because they are attached to that money, or they're attached to somebody, some person, correct, no? So that is why what we are really taking shelter of. One time, one of my senior devotees told me, like he had a house in the village. There's a beautiful pond. On 4 sides, there are Agraharam. Brahmanas used to live in homes like this, 4 sides. And there used to be beautiful coconut trees around the pond. Very scenic village setting, very nice. So then later on, they moved to town and then they came to Bangalore. The family came. So one day his brother called him and said, while talking, casually while talking, he said, so last week we had gone to our village and we sold out the house. He said, what? Sold out the house? For he said, this brahmachari said, for a moment he was like shocked, shell shocked. Because really, that's an ancestral property. 3, 4 generations have lived in that house. Or you guys have sold it. He said, yeah, we could not take care. You are the eldest brother. You went to join ISKCON and I am busy abroad. We were busy, so when you came, last week we went and sold the house, he said. So he said, hey, you guys never told me one word that you're going to sell the village house. No, that's crumbling and falling apart. Who will reconstruct it and all that? He said, so, but then later on this brahmachari told me, after keeping the phone down, he said, when they sold the house, why was I so worried? Like that he asked the question. You understand now? If I am so worried that the house is sold, what does that mean? Attachment. That was the point. So you may shave up the head and wear saffron and live in the ashram also, but there may be some invisible hooks maybe there to some person or to property or to bank balance and things like that. And wherever we have that attachment, that is what we are taking shelter of. Correct now? So, but all these false shelters will go away after some time. So, see, the soul is always seeking shelter. Sada samudvigna dhyam asatgrahat. Prahlad Maharaj told this to his father. Read that. Dhyam means what? Dhyam. Dhyam means buddhi. Samudvigna dhyam means what? Yeah? What is samudvigna dhyam? Yeah. Dukkeshu anudignamana, it says, no? Sukeshu vegat. There it says anudignamana. Here it says samudvigna. What is the meaning of it? These two are opposite. What is samudvigna? What is anudignamana? Samudvigna means, disturbed, agitated. Agitated, or mind which is, intelligence is very much anxious. Sada means what? Always. Always one's mind and intelligence are disturbed. Why? Asat grahat is saying. When you are taking shelter of changing things, perishable things, relative things, temporary commodities. Like what? On the right top, we have shown the picture. So you take shelter of money, or home, friends, or degrees, or mobile, a laptop. So you take shelter of these things. These are all temporary things. If you become attached to any one or more of this, you are going to be always disturbed. Mind is. That's what he told his father, Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad told his father. The problem is not lack of shelter. The problem is taking shelter of temporary things. Hmm. That's the whole problem. When you take shelter of temporary things, we are always in anxiety. And it's very easy to understand because temporary things will always change and they will perish. They can be spoiled and they can, like I told you, somebody in whom you invested a lot of affection and trust and suddenly they die. Suddenly they're taken away from your side, correct? No? So you are shocked because you are taking shelter. Similarly, money, it's taken away. So if you take shelter of something that's taken away, you become shattered completely. So read the one below, true shelter.
Key points. The problem is not lack of shelter. The problem is taking shelter of temporary things. True shelter is eternal. Only in Krishna's shelter do we find peace, freedom from anxiety, and everlasting happiness.
Yeah. So we have to take shelter of something that is permanent. Reason is, what is the reason for that? What about you? Are you permanent or are you temporary? Permanent. Soul is permanent. That means permanent things should take shelter of permanent. That's the whole point. Soul is eternal. So soul should take shelter of Krishna, who is also eternal. But the eternal soul is taking shelter of the temporary commodities, which are always changing. That is why the soul is disturbed in this body. Correct, no? That's a mistake. Just like one day, there was a bowl in my table. And there were round things. I thought it was makana. When I put in the mouth, I realized it's not makana, it is thermocol. You've seen round thermocol, you've seen? Somebody sent something by post. They had sent this round thermocol. They had used it for packaging. And somebody's kept it in a vati. When you see it in a vati, what do you think it is? Makana. You put in the mouth, you realize it's not makana. So that is how the soul feels when he is trying to enjoy matter. You're wondering, what is it? Not taste. Correct. He's wondering why I thought I'll get enjoyment, I'm not able to get. Because he's taking shelter of wrong thing, correct? No? So true shelter is eternal. One in Krishna shelter, I find peace. Okay, so here is an example given. You see, if you are traveling, you take shelter of a large banyan tree when it is a hot sunny day. You feel very nice. That example is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. So a devotee experiences relief under Krishna's lotus feet, just like a traveler experiences relief under a large banyan tree or something like that. So this is a very big subject. How the devotee feels relief by being in Krishna's shelter, or Hari's shelter. That is, let me just show some. This can be removed, I think. Somebody can remove this one. The top one. See this fellow. Read this. Oh, sorry. You're able to see? So he's saying, brother, I got 9.5, he's saying. So because without shelter, Rohan, how he behaves, you see. So Rohan got 8.3, his friend got 9.5. He says, congrats, he says with a forced smile, you see. But in mind, what is going on for Rohan? Read it.
Why him? I am better than him. Everyone will respect him now.
Because till now Rohan was stopping, but now his friend is stopping now. So he's feeling bad. Next week, what happens?
Constant comparison, jealousy, social media stalking.
See, his friend is coming and smiling, but is Rohan smiling? He's very stern. and he's looking at social media, and then there is inner frustration, correct? No? So this is what happens when you don't have Lord Krishna's shelter. Because you take the situation in your own hand, try to handle. And result is what?
Self-doubt increases, jealousy grows.
Self-doubt means, oh, I thought I am smart, now I am not smart anymore. Other fellows have beat me down. I'm not smart, I'm good for nothing, I'm useless. These kind of fears come. Yeah.
Jealousy grows. Relationship weakens. Becomes bitter, not better.
Yeah. So his friends, that friend was a good friend, but no more friendship now. He doesn't want to talk to him, he's just turning the face away. And friend also is wondering why he has become like this. Because of envy, he has become like this. So when he's taking Krishna's shelter, his behavior changes. See what happens. He's coming and saying, brother, I got 9.5. What he says?
Wonderful. Krishna has been kind.
Yeah, Krishna has been kind to you. Very nice. And then what he's praying?
My Lord, I wish I had done better. But my worth is not my CGPA. Please help me improve without envy.
Anyway, even if I didn't get good marks, that doesn't mean my worth is reduced. If I work a little more harder, I may also get better marks again. And then what are the results? See?
Learns, improves, doesn't become bitter.
Bitter. Doesn't become bitter. That means he continues to have friendship with his friend as normal as before. Correct? No? So with Krishna, your behavior is much different. Similarly, there's a placement season. See what happened? Friends get offers. I got an offer, saying, and all the friends are in smiles, all are showing their teeth, you see. Everybody is happy. But Rohan remains unplaced. See, he is not mixing with them. He's keeping little aloof because he's feeling little low. Yeah. And what his mind is saying?
Mind, I am a failure. My life is finished. He stops chanting, he stops attending programs, sleeps late, constant anxiety.
Yes, see? His mind says, after you get a job only, you should start chanting again. Till then he stops chanting and doesn't go for the weekly program, sleeps late at night because of depression. He can't sleep. So every morning what he thinks?
What if I never get a job?
You see? This is what's imagination. Actually, the mind makes temporary things into permanent. As if he will not get job all through the life. Like that he imagines. So now what happens with this? See, when his friend is saying, I got placed, he feels still, as a devotee also, he feels still unplaced. And then with shelter, what happens?
He also feels worried, but he continues sadhana, takes guidance, applies sincerely.
That means he is taking shelter of Krishna or not? Whereas when he is not taking shelter, that means his chanting stops, reading stops. Here he goes to mentor for guidance, you see. He's going and telling mentor, Prabhu, most of my friends got placed except me. Mentor tells him not to worry, and opening the heart reduces the burden also. And performing the sadhana also reduces the burden. Correct, no? And also apply sincerely. That's a positive, progressive direction. Correct, no? He does it. So this is how one who is taking shelter of Hari, his life is different. Read that prayer.
Krishna, I will do my best. The result belongs to you. Anxiety comes, but it doesn't consume him.
Anxiety doesn't consume him. See here. Shelter doesn't remove the problems. It changes how you walk through them. Correct, no? How you walk through the shelter. But without shelter, you break. With shelter, you grow. You all understand the difference? You can see the difference. Like that I have shown. This is a very important one. Many of your mothers may be in anxiety, so you can see parental expectation. Mother is calling, read it.
Sharmaji's son got a package of 24 lakhs. What about you?
Without shelter, what he does?
Immediately defensive. Why are you comparing me? You never appreciate me. Call ends badly, both are hurt.
See, both our faces, how it looks. Mother is hurt, son is hurt. Read the below.
Without shelter, reactivity creates distance. Pride hurts relationships.
Yeah. So because he has no Krishna shelter, he cannot respond maturely. He reacts violently. The result of that violent reaction is who is hurt? Both are hurt. And then he becomes proud, he hurts, the relationship is spoiled. You see, the same situation. So when she says, when he's hearing on the phone, mother is telling, look at his face. Is he disturbed? When mother is saying about the friend getting 24 lakhs, he's not disturbed. Now with shelter, what happens? Read it.
He listens patiently. He understands my parents are worried, not evil.
Not evil, because my parents are concerned about me. Like that he feels. And then?
Response. Ma, I understand your concern. Please bless me that I remain sincere and responsible. Same conversation, different consciousness.
You see mother's face, how it is. Is she anxious now? No, she's look at him, look at her. So both are peaceful now, correct? Now? Because the way what comes out of the mouth depends on what you are taking shelter of. Correct? Now? How you are going to respond in situations. So he turned out a painful situation into a pleasant situation. Mother said, Beta, you have not yet got a job, friend has got. He understood that mother is speaking like this out of concern for me. So he just turned out to her and said, you bless me, then I'll get a job. Huh? Is that?
With shelter, understanding brings harmony. Love grows, relationships heal.
So when one has spiritual shelter, the understanding brings harmony. You see, harmony between the family members, and also love grows and relationships heal. You can see. Oh, this is a famous one. You want to see this opposite sex one? Maybe any of you may get trouble. You can know this.
Attraction to the opposite sex. A very attractive classmates begin showing interest. Hey Rohan, can you help me with this assignment? You are really hardworking and different. Without shelter, the mind immediately fantasizes. Hours spent imagining future scenarios. Studies suffer, sadhana weakens, eventually attachment and confusion increase. Without shelter, the mind drifts, attachment grows, and peace is lost.
So one very important thing, when you don't have Krishna's shelter, the mind takes over. Mind makes you a slave. That is why you see here, his mind is fantasizing, is dreaming. And it is fantasizing to the point of thinking that I think she likes me very much. I think she wants to marry me. She has never told anything like that. She said, I want some help in some studies. And his mind is imagining. So if she's a good-looking girl, immediately he is thinking, maybe she's interested in me. She is interested in his notebook, not him. You know? Correct, no? And similarly, studies are suffering because of daydreaming. See, sadhana has become big. He's not chanting properly. And his attachment and confusion is increased. Look at him, he is stressed now. You can see that. Which means we cannot control our mind ourselves. Our mind is like a pagal man. But if we can hand it over to Krishna, he can control the mind. See, here is another.
Attraction to the opposite sex. A very attractive classmate began showing interest. Hey Rohan, can you help me with this assignment? You're really hardworking and different. With shelter, he honestly admits, yes, attraction is there, no denial, no hypocrisy, but he remembers temporary attraction should not dictate permanent decisions.
So temporary attraction is this girl is showing some interest in me, but permanent decision is marriage and things like that. No, this temporary attraction should not make me imagine about marriage and other things which will come 10 years later, correct? Now he is 18 now. He's going to marry in 28 or 30. Is it the right time to worry about marriage? He says those decisions will be involving mother, father, everybody. I should not imagine too many things and waste my study time. He has opened the book now, you see. Got into studies. He's not fantasizing. He's not imagining. He's mature. He understands that somebody is seeking help in studies. Give help and just keep quiet. And then he also puts a word to mentor. This is what happened, he's saying. See, he consults the mentor and then read it.
He seeks guidance, keeps healthy boundaries.
Healthy boundary. He doesn't go beyond a certain level. He is helping with the notebook and everything, but he doesn't increase intimacy. And then?
Prays for purity.
Yeah.
The attraction does not disappear magically, but it does not control him. With shelter, he is aware, guided, and anchored. Attraction is there, but it doesn't master him.
Attraction may be there in one corner, but doesn't take over him, doesn't make him a slave because he is doing this chanting, worshipping, praying, keeping barrier, He doesn't cross a certain boundary, he knows. Huh? So he doesn't fantasize. So these abilities increase in a devotee when, so there are many things are given like this. Maybe one we can see, insecurity we can see. I read that.
Insecurity.
Friends,
Friends seem smarter, more talented, more successful.
it can happen, correct now? Sometimes you look in the class, your friends got placed in a very big job, and the professor is appreciating them, they are getting awards and all, and you suddenly feel, my lord, मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है. I don't know whether I'll get any average job also, I don't know. One feels suddenly incompetent. And then see constant self-talk, what happens?
They are so much smarter. He gets everything so easily. I am not good enough. I will never be as successful. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, this kind of thought. So problem with this kind of thought is it will spoil your preparation, study, homework and everything. Correct? No? Simply it consumes, the head eats you up from inside. Keeps on nagging. It's called as mind chatter. Correct? No? Like that. Is that?
Comparison destroys confidence. Joy disappears, insecurity grows.
See, three things happen. Your happiness is gone, you become very morose, and it destroys your confidence. Confidence is very much necessary to approach any activity, correct? No? When you don't have confidence, you will become paralyzed. So you become paralyzed because of lack of confidence. You go to sleep. Some people take sleeping pill also. And the joy disappears, insecurity grows. So let us see how you should tackle it. When friends appear smarter, what he does.
Krishna does not compare souls, he asks for sincerity.
Yeah.
Instead of competing with others, he competes with yesterday's version of himself.
I can become a better version of myself, rather than compete with other fellows. Other fellows are having different set of parameters. It's wrong to compare your horse to your dog. Horse can run fast, dog can bark well. Correct? Na? They can do different things, like a fish and a monkey. Monkey can do tree climbing. Fish can get A grade in swimming. Once a rabbit tried to climb up a tree, and he fell upside down and had a brain hemorrhage because of that. So we don't have to be like others. And then?
Focus on growth, celebrate small progress, stay grateful, stay steady. Self-worth comes from Krishna and service.
So when you take shelter of Krishna by chanting the holy name, and when you render seva to devotees, you find that your inner confidence increases. How it increases? Only Krishna only it makes you feel a sense of worth. And you can always be grateful and steady. So this is a concluding slide. See that? Rohan without
Hari's shelter. One collapses.
Pride, failure, attraction, comparison, ambition, expectation, insecurity. See? Whereas when one grows, then Vaishnava shelter, holy name shelter, Guru shelter, scripture shelter, correct? No? So both these boys are facing all these things. But if we have a shelter, we behave differently. So you got an idea. So I gave you real life situations now. How a person taking shelter of Krishna, feels a great relief. Nothing, no big anxiety for a devotee because your mind is posted in the eternal platform. You know that these are all like building sandcastles in a seashore. It is here today, it will be gone tomorrow. So don't focus on removing every problem. Focus on taking shelter. See, when Hiranyakashipu had a problem with Prahalad, was he trying to remove Prahalad or was he taking shelter of the Lord? Yeah. On the other hand, Prahalad, when his father posed a problem in his life, did he try to remove every problem or took shelter of Lord? That's what he said here, see? That means the devotee means they will take shelter of Lord and not try to placate or not try to remove the problems. Because if you get into struggling to remove the problem, Lot of energy. Khoda pahad nigli chuya wo bhi aadha mari, you say, no? Right. Problem also doesn't go away. It increases your anxiety. You get stressed, you become anxious, and then you are bereft of Lord's shelter, and then you feel like, why am I living, and things like that. Whereas when one takes shelter of the Lord, how the problem vanishes, Lord only makes it vanish, just like Lord swallowed the forest fire. Correct, no? Like that. Read that below.
Under the shade of Krishna's lotus feet, the heart finds peace no matter what comes.
Yeah. So in this way, Krishna is the friend of the jiva. He's always accompanying a super soul. The most amazing thing with Krishna is, even if we desire to go to the body of a worm, he doesn't say, till now you are a human being, I was cooperating with you, now you are going to worm's body, sorry, bye-bye, tata. You carry on, I am not coming. He doesn't say that. He also says, okay, you go to worm's body, I am also coming there. Who will come and stay with you in a worm's body? Think about it. He is the only one who does it. So, if one is convinced about the Lord as the friend who is accompanying us, so one can experience the shelter very easily. I read it? Yeah.
How Krishna extends his shelter. Krishna guides us through internal guide, Paramatma, external guide, Guru. Guru is Krishna's visible mercy.
So the personified merciful form of Krishna is Guru. So Krishna's mercy in his heart comes in the form of Guru. Just like, for example, I am speaking here. Where are you hearing the sound now? See, there's the amplifier. So this is like the super soul, and that is like Guru. So Guru amplifies the voice of the super soul and teaches us, because sometimes we are not able to hear the voice of Paramatma. Then Guru amplifies and tells us, do this. So therefore, this is how one can experience shelter. That is why the Guru's Vani is very important for a disciple. Yeah, I read it.
Why Guru is essential? Lord Balram, the original Guru. Without spiritual strength, no realization, no purification, no approach to Krishna. Guru transmits spiritual strength through parampara.
So Balram is called the Adi Guru. So the Adi Guru gives supplies. It's called a Samashti Guru. And other gurus are called as Vyashti Guru. Vyashti Guru means individual gurus. And Samashti Guru means sum total of all gurus. That means all the gurus, just like, for example, these bulbs are glowing. They all are getting common electricity from somewhere. And it is glowing all the bulbs, correct? No? In all the rooms, everywhere like that. Similarly, Balram's guruship is such that he is a supplier of the strength for all the gurus. There is one verse in the Shruti Mantras, Nayam Atma Pravacharena Labhyo Namedeya Nabhunashtena. Nayam Atma Balahinen Labhya, it is said. Balahina means without Balaram's mercy, no guru can have any potency to deliver the disciples. Correct, no? So he is a supplier of the Bala to all the gurus. There are a lot of pastimes in this connection. How Guru and Krishna should both be worshipped together, respected together, like Gaur, Nitai. Gaur is Lord Krishna. Nitai is Adi Guru. Correct? Similarly, Ram, Lakshman. So when Dvida Gorilla, he was glorifying Ram, but he always hated Lakshman. So later on, he was killed by Balaram. You will see that. So similarly, you will find Romaharshana Sutta. He disrespected the Adi Guru, Balramji. Correct, no? So due to that, instantly, in one moment, he was finished. You will see that. So there is another pastime in Ramayana when Sugriva, he gave a seat to Ram, but he did not give a seat to Lakshman. He ignored Lakshman. He thought Lakshman is servant along with Ram, so he didn't give. But Hanuman felt bad. Hanuman ran around and he got one seat, and he came and offered to Lakshman. Then he made Lakshman sit. And that was observed by Ram. And second time also it happened. Second meeting of Ram and Sugriva. And Ram was observing. Now Lord Ram thought, the Sugriva is respecting only me, but he is not respecting Lakshman, who is Adi Guru. So I will do some arrangement. So he told Sugriva that you fight the battle and I will finish Vali today. So in the war, Vali bet Sugriva like anything and Lord Ram didn't do anything. Huh? You know, that day when they came, the evening, Sugriva came running to Ram and said, "My dear Lord, look at my body full of bruises, it's bleeding. How is it that I heard that you are a Raghukula Tilakam, you keep your promise always, your Satya Sankalpa, but you didn't keep the promise this time?" So Ram said, "Actually, honestly, let me tell you, you both monkeys look the same for me. I didn't know who is Vali, who is Sugriva. I couldn't recognize. So therefore, I am sorry. So let us, you can invite him for a second time. In this time, I promise." He said, no, I don't want to fight anymore. He said. Ram said, no, we will distinguish between both of you. He told Lakshman, go and get some forest flowers. So he got some forest flowers. And then he told him to make a garland. And then you put that garland for Sugriva. So when he put on the Sugriva's neck, Lord Ram wanted to encourage Sugriva. "Oh, Sugriva, with this garland you look very beautiful. You are shining," he said. "What is this, Lord, you are saying I am shining? Only my blood is shining, blood spots in my body are shining. I look so ugly with all these bruises all over my body, beaten by my brother." He said, no. Our Lakshman has given you a Vijayamala, which means you are going to be victorious today. And then Sugriva went. And that day, Vali was finished. And Sugriva was coronated. And Sugriva became so happy. When he returned from the battle, he didn't go to Ram. He went to Lakshman. Went and offered obeisance and said, "Lakshman, you put this garland for me. That's why I emerged victorious." He developed a strong bond with Lakshman. And thereafter, whenever there was meeting with Ram, he offered 2 seats, one for Ram, one for Lakshman. So Ram, very smart. See, Ram doesn't want anyone to develop attachment to him directly. He wants them to develop attachment to Guru, and through Guru come to Krishna, correct now? So in this way, Ram taught him that lesson, Adi Guru. Same manner, Lakshman was once called by Lord Ram. Ram said, this Sugriva became the king of Kishkinda. Now it was a rainy season, Chaturmas period. So we told him that let Chaturmas pass. Immediately after that, we can go for searching Sita. Now 20 days have passed, and the land is crisp, the sky is clear, the sun is shining, Sharad Ritu has come. What is this monkey doing? And then Lord Ram said, go and tell Sugriva that if he doesn't remain responsible and dutiful, I can send him to the same abode where his elder brother has gone. You can tell him, like that Ram said. And Lakshman, when he heard it, he became even doubly. If Ram speaks like this, how much more Lakshman will be angry? Lakshman was jumping up. He said, I'll finish this monkey, he said. Ram said, if you finish the monkey, who will do the job? He said, so he said, go and fetch him. Go and pacify him and bring him. Make him responsible, he said. So when Lakshman went and twanged his bow, that shattered the heart of everybody in Kishkinda. And this Sugriva, drunken on liquor and lying down with bloodshot eyes rolling the bed. He had a dozen monkey girlfriends with whom he saw their dance, and he drank liquor and everything the previous night. So now Sugriva asked the ministers, what is this sound? It looks like some thunderbolt has fallen from the sky to the earth. Is everyone safe? He asked. He said, there is no thunderbolt from sky, but Lakshman has come. He is twanging his bow. And Hanuman said, he is in a very angry mood. He'll finish you if you don't remain responsible. So after that, Sugriva fearfully came out, putting Tara in the front, he came out. He became responsible. Again here, Sugriva represents the sleeping soul. And our Lakshman represents Guru. Right, no? In this way, Balaram is Adi Guru, Lakshman is Adi Guru, Lord Nityananda is Adi Guru. Guru transmits spiritual strength through the Guru Parampara, right? Read that.
Shelter means relationship. Many think I have initiation, but initiation is an event. Shelter is dependence, trust, service, obedience, gratitude. Shelter is not about formality, it is about the heart connected and committed.
This is a very important point. Actually, many people are grateful to Guru that. This is my water bottle. This is mine. Many people are thinking, oh, my Guru Maharaj has given me Diksha, I am very grateful to him. And when Guru comes, many Matajis, they make this very big strip of flowers or colors they make for Guru to walk over, everything. Some of them may cook. That's the best thing they can do, some of the ladies. That's all they can do, they may do. But as men, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, anybody? If you are taking initiation, what are you expected to do? Yeah? Is there anybody initiated here in this? You have one, you are about 5, 6, okay. 4, 5 are initiated, okay. Yeah?
We can serve under our counselor. We can serve for the pleasure of, we can serve under our counselor.
Okay.
Because
But what are you supposed to do? When you take initiation, what is expected of you? Just say thank you to Guru. Thank you, Guru. Now you have given the ticket back to Godhead. Thank you, bye-bye. That's all. Or what are we expected to do?
ultimately we can preach, connect more souls to the Krishna.
Yeah. Most importantly, we have to distribute books. What Prabhupada said, most important service. Distribute books, preach, connect new people. And Prabhupada especially expected 3 things. Eat prasad and distribute prasad. Read books and distribute books. Do japa and distribute holy name. And after distributing these 3 things, go and catch the people who received it and preach to them and make them devotees. After that. And then make them committed devotees, dedicated devotees. Then in this way, increase the dedicated 16 serious devotees in this moment. Correct, no? Then only the movement will expand. Like every one of you, you have the ability to start one center somewhere. Start a small center according to capacity. Now, every tree has different amount of shade it can give. Correct, no? One tree can give, Ashoka tree can give little shade. Some other tree can give little more shade. Banyan tree can give large shade. Everybody doesn't have the same ability. Everybody has different ability. So according to your ability, like one boy in Pune, he studied in GGD. So his parents belonged to one place called Champa. So they were calling him back near Chhattisgarh. So many devotees were sad that he has to go back. A very good boy, sincere devotee. But when he went home, he started a school of his own because he didn't want to do IT job. He threw it off. And he took a land. His parents had a land. He started a school. Now slowly the number of children has become 200, 300 there, school children. Plus, in his own home, he started some preaching program. He started with 10, 20 people coming. Gradually, the group started swelling up. Became 50, became 60, became 80. Now there are more than 150, 200 people now. And they're coming every day. There is Zoom, Japa. There is some Zoom book reading, the weekly classes. And he has festival celebration. So then he invited Amshu Prabhu and others, please come and give a program in my village. So some Sundar Shampoo and these people went. Devotees would go and give once, twice, thrice a year. Later on, we sent Yugalakishore Prabhu to East Coast. When he went to these places like Chhattisgarh and Bilaspur, then he is going and helping with developing that place now. Yugalakishore Prabhu is going there. Champa, very nicely. And they're going to have a center in Bilaspur soon. They will have. So here is the example of a boy, who was just like any of you. He was a student. Now he is married, he has a family and a school. So school also, every morning they have gathering where they are giving some Krishna consciousness. Daily they have something, reciting a shloka, telling some story. So children are getting Krishna consciousness. I was thinking, one boy from IIT Gandhinagar, yesterday I met him. He was telling there are Christians, Muslims at the top in IIT Gandhinagar. No Krishna conscious devotee can enter the hostel. They are very super strict. Nor can you advertise anything inside the college. But they give their own things, Bible, Quran. For Muslims, there is a hall like this where they can gather and do namaz and all. But for these people, there's no facility. Even Hajkim could not enter inside when they tried. Nobody is able to enter. They don't know how to get the IIT Gandhinagar boys. Because the top management is putting restriction. So you can see that, so there are many places where they block your opportunity for preaching, correct? No? Whereas this devotee, he went and started his own school. Now 200 children are taking to Krishna consciousness now. So he is doing something wonderful, something nice. In the same manner, this is one example I am telling you. There are people who are distributing Bhagavatam, there are people who are preaching in corporate circle. Something we should do, whatever comes to you naturally. You should, some of you may become book distributors. Some of you may become preachers. Some of you may become pujaris. Some of you may become, writers. Whatever it is, but you have to add more devotees to this Lord Chaitanya's army. It's very, very important, because in Kali Yuga it's going to gradually increase, go to a peak. Yeah. You see here in front of Guru, one thing is shown. A Guru is giving Krishna's lotus feet. You are seeing that? You are able to see that? See, he is bestowing Krishna's lotus feet to the disciple by his preaching. Correct, na? It is shown here, you see. So, shelter is not just a formality. It's dependence, trust. For example, a man and woman, they say they're married now. She is only naam ke vaste wife, and she has her job, she has her purse and her own money, and she goes for her kitty parties. Husband is saying, I married you, or what about prasad? Some servant will come cook and go. Some servant is cooking. And what about clothes? You wash it yourself, she says. And she hardly is spending time at home. Only thing is, in paper they have got married. So there are some initiated devotees like that. You may get initiated, but in paper it is said that you are disciple of so and so. But there is no active relationship with the Guru. Neither is he hearing Guru's lectures, nor is he entering any service. Only thing is he has taken the initiation, that's all. There are people like that. So that type of passive, dead relationship will not help the disciple grow. On the contrary, Srila Prabhupada's disciples in the early days, you all have seen, many of them actually would shave up on the initiation day and keep a shika also. You will see that even husband, even whether it's married also, married, unmarried, everybody would shave up. Many of them thought that if you are taking initiation means you come and live with the Guru only. Go to the ashram of Guru, stay with him, and then you preach, expand, help, like that they were doing. So dependence on Guru, trust in Guru, seva to Guru, obedience to Guru, gratitude, all these things are shelter. Yeah. All of you repeat. Evam janam nipatitam prabhavahi kupe kama vikama manuya prapatan prasangat kritpatmasat sura rishina bhagavan grihitah soham katam nuvisruje tava britya seva. So Prahlad Maharaj told this to Lord Narasimha. What did he say?
Oh my dear Lord Narasimhadev, because of association with material desires, I had fallen into the blind well of materialistic life. But the great sage Narad Muni accepted me as his disciple and instructed me. Therefore, how can I give up service to you?
Yeah. So when Lord Narasimha asked, what do you want? Prahlad, I am ready to give you any benediction. At that time he said, my dear Lord, when I look at you, I am remembering my Guru. See in the picture you see. Prahlad is remembering his spiritual master, Narada. Why? Because it was because of him that I got your shelter. Otherwise, how I got you? Because when I was in the womb of my mother, Narada came and preached to me. So he's grateful to his Guru. So, and then he said, I don't want anything other than service to my Guru. Just bless me that I'll continue my service to my Guru. That's all I want, he said. So read the key teaching below.
Key teaching. Prahlad does not take credit for his devotion. Even while standing before Lord Narasimhadev himself, he remembers his Guru, his indebtedness, how he was rescued.
So, he is saying that all glories to my Guru Narada Muni. And I am indebted to him because I was born in a demoniac family. Demons don't worship God like that. But he turned my mati and brought me to Krishna's lotus feet. I am grateful to him and indebted to him. And he saved me from the pit of snakes and the scorpions of material desires, saying, Evam janam nipatitam prabhavahi kope. Nipatitam is similar to the patitam mam vishame. Like that. I was fallen. And Adamuni gave me his hand and pulled me out. So remembering gratefully. Naivopayanti apachitam kavayasthavesha. Brahmayushapi kritam riddham udasmarantah. Yeah, translation.
One can never repay the debt owed to the spiritual master, even if one lives as long as Brahma.
Like that, Krishna is telling Sudama. We have received so much blessing and mercy of Guru. So we cannot pay back. Even if we live for lifespan, Brahma's lifespan is how much? That is 3.11 trillion, 40 billion years. Even if you live so long, even in that period, you cannot pay back. That's why we say Chakshudan Delojai. Yeah. So birth after birth, if you assist Guru preaching, that's the only way we can try to repay. Read below. Krishna and Sudama lovingly remember
Krishna
serving
and
their Guru.
Sudama lovingly remember serving their Guru, collecting firewood, being lost in the forest, Guru's affection. Although Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he demonstrates how a disciple should always remember and glorify the spiritual master.
So in their conversation, Krishna glorifies the Guru and teaches the highest principle. The debt to Guru is infinite and cannot be repaid. A true disciple never forgets the mercy of the Guru and always glorifies and follows his instructions. So the remembrance of Guru is not merely a formal gratitude. It is affectionate remembrance of service rendered and the mercy received. Like the disciple renders service and Guru awards mercy, and in this way they both become tightly bound. At this point, it is very important to say how the Jivatma is delivered. His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Maharaj wrote one article called as Uddharaka Guru. He has compiled from various scriptures put together. He says there are 6 items which deliver a Jiva from this world. He says the holy name which you chant. It purifies the heart and delivers. And also the scriptures. They give Shraddha also to you. Because the more you study scriptures deeply and develop faith, you come closer to the Lord. So the holy name, the scriptures, and the Shraddha of the individual. Somebody has this much Shraddha, somebody has more Shraddha, correct? No? Shraddha means a firm faith. Like somebody is sitting in a class and is thinking, क्या बढ़िया नया क्या बोलने वाले हैं जो प्रभु जी बोलेंगे हमको मालूम है पहले से. He's thinking like that. Then he is not able to take in much because he thinks I am smart. And that's another person he thinks, oh, I need this message very much. I am very desperate. Just like if somebody is hungry, they'll pick up the plate and come running. Correct? Like that. Correct? No? So everybody has Shraddha. So if you have Shraddha, that's the third thing. And then 4, 5, 6 is Prabhupada, Diksha Guru, and the Shiksha Gurus. Total of 6 items. So in that article he says, for some people, some of these items take over major percentage of their Shraddha. For example, somebody has tremendous faith in the Diksha Guru. Somebody has tremendous faith in Shiksha Guru, some Shiksha Guru. Somebody has tremendous faith in Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, that's all. Some people are fully convinced. You've seen that, no, people? They are like mad after Prabhupada. And some people are deeply ingrained in the scriptures. They dive deep into scriptures. They can quote for everything they say. They can quote like that. And some people, they are always like Haridas Thakur is fully into holy name, correct? And chanting of the holy name. They have a lot of faith in the holy name. So he says somebody may have 80% faith in the holy name and then other 20% faith divided with other things. So he says that all these 6 together, they deliver a jiva. So all these 6 are adorable and worshipable. So when you talk about spiritual master and this, it's not only, generally people think if you say about spiritual master, whom do they think generally? Diksha Guru. That's what people think like that. But this should be put for all those things. The holy name, the holy scriptures, the Shraddha of the individual. And the Prabhupada and the Diksha Guru and Shiksha Gurus, all of them have a share in the life of a devotee in increasing the faith. Because in certain cases, there are people who were connected to some Shiksha Guru and they hardly saw their Diksha Guru. Diksha Guru just came, gave Diksha and went away. And there are some people who daily hear two lectures of Diksha Guru. One in the morning, one in the evening, they hear like that. In Bombay, many of the devotees, they hear their spiritual masters' lectures while going in the car. 4 hours, 5 hours a day. Some of them have by-hearted everything he speaks in the Goswamis and everything, correct, no? Krishnanpu has heard so much. Krishnanpu can repeat verbatim what Maharaj says, So, if you try to imitate the Goswamis, you will die, Maharaj would say. So, many sentences. So, in this way, some people draw energy from different things like that. But all these are spiritual items, they all are sent by Krishna, ultimately. The whole idea is all these things should enhance your faith in Krishna, ultimately. A true disciple never forgets the mercy of Guru and always glorifies and follows his instructions. Yasyānubhāvam akila shruti sāramekam adhyatma deepam atititi irshatam tamondham samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam tam vyasa sonam upayami gurum muninam. Read that.
I take shelter of Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasdev, who out of compassion spoke this confidential Bhagavatam, the essence of all Vedic literature, to deliver the conditioned souls from darkness.
Yes. So Sutta Goswami was also present when this knowledge was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami to Parikshit. So he also attended the class, and not only that, there were thousands of sages sitting. And Shukadeva Goswami in the 12th canto, he recognized and he pointed finger to Sutta Goswami and said, here in this assembly today, there is Sutta Goswami sitting. He is going to speak this Bhagavatam to thousands of sages in future. Like that he prophesied before that. Then later on, Sutta Goswami speaks to Shaunaka rishis later on. Read the key teaching. Sutta does not merely remember Shukadeva. What does he do?
He glorifies his compassion. He acknowledges Sukadev's mercy for the conditioned souls.
Samsarinam karunaya purana guhyam. That means you should be able to see that your spiritual master, he has a great compassion for the suffering souls. And how do you know he has compassion? What is the proof? Yeah? He's saying he's preaching. Yeah? Anybody else? I think they don't know anything, correct, no? You're not convinced he's compassionate, no? Correct, no? He's not compassionate, huh? What are you saying? He is giving initiation to many devotees. That is his answer. Okay? Yeah? He is shedding his blood and sweat every moment. You don't see that with your eyes. You can see all the gurus, Prabhupada and next to Prabhupada, they are literally burning out their bodies in serving. You will see that every moment you have to go and watch. So that is the meaning of Guru. Guru actually cannot tolerate seeing a conditioned soul suffering. Every moment they are constantly making plans on how to deliver a suffering soul. That is the meaning. That's Uttamadhikari's Lakshana. It is given in that. Like Prabhupada saw one bus going, he said, find out how costly is the bus. You want to make it into a Sankirtan bus. He saw one big bungalow. He said, just check, is it for sale? He said, this is a very prominent place, we can make it into a temple. Anything Prabhupada saw, he thought how it can be engaged in Krishna's service. The Guru is constantly making plans on, he has no other business. This is his only business. If somebody has a business of sense gratification, he is not a properly situated Vaishnava. A Vaishnava means 24/7, only one thing passes in his mind. How Krishna can be given to all conditioned souls. Prabhupada said, he had two great ambitions. One ambition was to turn the entire America into Vaishnavas. He said, and second ambition, and then using those Americans, turn the entire world into Vaishnavas. These were his two ambitions. And One time, his one Satsupradas Maharaj writes, he says, uh, because Lord is present in every atom, the pure devotee wants to post himself next to the super soul in every atom and glorify the Lord. Such is the greed of the pure devotee in constantly glorifying the Supreme Lord. And you cannot say it's over ambition, because just as the Lord has love for the jivas in their pure state also have an intense love for the Lord also. So, samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam. He has given this Puran, karunayaha, with great compassion. Actually, because we are very passionate, we cannot see the compassion of Guru. We are passionate in what? Passionate means like a frog in the well. Me and my job, me and my money, me and my family, me and my sense gratification, me and my girlfriend. Everybody is in their own little world. Me, 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 me. I, me, mine. So we cannot see. But one can lift one's head and see. That is why we should read Prabhupada Lilamrita. When you read Prabhupada Lilamrita, you will see. When I first saw Prabhupada movie, I cried tears. I said, this old man is working so hard. He's struggling like anything. In this old age is going. So I immediately decided, even while watching that movie, that I want to go and meet him and offer myself to assisting him in preaching. But then I came to know he left the world in 77. And his followers are continuing the movement. So this is one thing that we should have the vision to see, that a Vaishnava never thinks about himself. He only thinks about the suffering souls. In fact, Lord Vishnu spoke to Durvasa. Brahman, my dear Brahman, there are two qualities in my devotees which charm, which makes the devotees very charming. He said, it attracts me to my devotees. One is, he said, my devotees don't want, Indra Padavi or Brahma's post or Siddhi or even Bhukti or even Mukti, even Moksha they don't want also. And they don't have any material or spiritual desires. My devotees don't even want to go back to Godhead also. Then what do they want? Ashlishyava apadaratam. The devotees say that, my dear Lord, you put us wherever you want. It's your icha. And when it comes to giving me, my devotees are giving their body, mind, words, their wealth, their home, their relatives, their time, their energy, their sweat, their toil, every drop of blood. They give everything they have and they want nothing in return. Therefore, my devotees are attractive to me. He said, you understand? No? You can think about it. Is there any living entity like this who is ready to give everything to the Lord and doesn't want anything from the Lord? Actually, living entities want everything from the Lord and doesn't want to give anything. Correct, no? Conditioned souls. People want to give patram pushpam to Lord and they want in return elephant and camels. Give me elephant, give me a camel. I'll give you one flower and fruit. That is the conditioned souls are like that. So, Lord said, this compassion that resides in the heart of my pure devotees, that is something that attracts me. And another thing that attracts the Lord is devotees not desiring moksha also. Vinamat sevanam jana. What that was? Salokya samepya sarishti ekatvam apyuta diyamanam na grihananti vinamat sevanam jana. They only want service, loving service. So that's what he's saying. Sutta Goswami not merely remembers Sukadeva, but he glorifies his compassion. Secondly, he glorifies his realization. He glorifies how Shukadeva knows the essence of all Vedic scriptures. This is another thing. If you are not convinced about the realization of your Guru, you will never take shelter of him. You think of him to be an ordinary man, like any Tom, Dick and Harry. Why will you take shelter of him? If he is not superior to me, why will I draw any knowledge from him? Tell me. Why we don't hear his lectures? Why we don't hear Guru's lectures and make notes and think and contemplate? Because we don't take his knowledge seriously. We take him very cheaply. We think of him as an initiation machine. Just like woman is a sex machine. Guru is a initiation machine, that's all. Guru, mera ho gaya 3 saal. Here is the IDC certificate, please give me initiation. Have you got my ticket back to Godhead? Bye-bye. That is the tendency, you see. Whereas Guru's realization, one should have great amount of appreciation for his depth of his realizations. Yes, Swanubhavam Akila Shuddhsaravangan. Yes, Swanubhavam. So, His anubhava means his experience and realization that Guru has. So you have conviction in his compassion, you also are convinced about his realization, and then he takes shelter of him again. He offers obeisances and takes shelter of him. He says, Tam Vyasa Sunum Upayami Gurum Muninam. He's saying, I am taking shelter of him. So, this is one of the most beautiful examples of disciple remembrance in Bhagavatam. A true disciple always remembers, glorifies, and takes shelter of his Guru. So, one should remember the Guru, glorify his compassion. And like his own Jayapataka Maharaj, during the 9 days of Radhayatra in Calcutta, he had mentioned that 9:30 I will come to the booth to answer the questions. Although he is in wheelchair and everything, all these complicated things, he would come at 9:30. Sometimes he would stay till 11 also. 10:30, 11 also. 1.5 hours he would stay. Many young boys, girls would come and ask many questions to him. He would answer. Cut. Immediately he would answer. Every day he was coming. And 40 years non-stop he has attended Rath Yatra. In Calcutta, 9-day Rath Yatra. Can you imagine? So, you can see that how much he is extending. He has made an app also, JPS app, I heard. Anybody can go and click that and then get your questions answered. A lot of things he has done. So, even in the state of stroke, with body with multiple complications, the liver is giving problem, this part is giving problem, that part is giving problem. Recently, in one occasion, I was also there. Devotees were asking Maharaj, in this horrible situation of the body, how do you feel so much ecstasy, so much happiness? He said, service to Prabhupada and service to Krishna. This is my life and soul. This I have been thinking like this. He says, and that's what gives me ecstasy in this. He said, when I think of Prabhupada and Krishna, I forget my body. He doesn't worry about the body. So, in this way, every disciple should think of one's Guru's compassion, realization, and then take shelter of the Guru. See, gratitude remembers, love glorifies, dependence takes shelter. This is the path of a mature disciple. So, if we have gratitude, then only we can, remember Guru's compassion. Correct, no? Actually, Guru's compassion for me and Guru's compassion for the other suffering souls. Correct, no? Yeah. Compassionately, he has created a platform of shelter. Like, for example, when I used to go to Chapari temple way back in 91, I saw the ashram was very simple. It was almost 3/4 of this hall. In that 3/4 of this hall, it was divided into 4 parts, 4 square rooms, like this. And in each room, there were 2 cots like this. 2 cots should be there. So 4 rooms, totally 8 cots. So the cots were such that if you open the cot, it was a locker. So you have to close. If somebody's sleeping in the daytime, you have to go and wake him up. Prabhuji, I have to open my locker. You have to wake them up. So that's how it was. Very simple ashram it was. Just a patra in the top like this. So I was thinking, in those days, some of the biggest people joined, like Bhaktisant Maharaj was a Standard Chartered company manager. It's one of the international banks. And he was drawing a very fat salary. And when he shaved up and he became a saffron devotee and he was a president of the temple. Similarly, Radha Gopinath was a doctor of speech therapy. So he left his profession and became, and Shaman was an MBA working in a company. So these people left everything and they joined, educated people. So why should educated people leave such a nice profession and come and live in a thatched hut? Correct, no? It's like a hut kind of thing, very simple, very meager facility, very little bathrooms there. So what attracted us to that ashram was not the facility. If you'd see from the point of view of facility, nobody would join there. Nowadays, many ISKCON temples have AC room also now. They have AC room, they have all facilities, plush facilities now. In those days, there was no facility. So the devotees' sacrifice, the devotees' eagerness for spiritual life, the enthusiasm, and their preaching, and the 24/7, they had no other business. So this was like a magnetic thing for us to dedicate our lives. So, see, 3 levels of remembering Guru. See, Prahalad, Krishna Sudama, and Sudha Goswami. What Prahalad thought? Take the mic.
My Guru saved me.
Yeah, that's what he said. I was born in a demoniac family, but my Guru saved me. What Krishna told Sudama?
My Guru lovingly trained me.
Yeah. So they were thinking how our Guru gave us a seva to go to the forest and fetch the firewood. In everything he trained us. And what Sudha Goswami thought?
Whatever I am speaking comes from my Guru.
Yeah. So he said dependence. Daushkulyamadim vidunoti shigram, he said. Sudha Goswami said, I am born in a Patilama family, which is an impure lineage. But because of hearing from Shukadev Goswami, my dosh arising from the lineage of the family, that got purified. He says, Daushkulyamadim vidunoti shigram. So in this way, gratitude, affection to dependence, then we can represent the Guru. Yeah. Yeah, read that.
Formally, proud of my
Formality.
Proud of my
Formality versus?
Genuine shelter.
Yeah, no, formality versus shelter. That's a heading. So, what is the meaning of external formality and then actual shelter? That's explained here. Okay, read the formality.
Formality, proud of Guru's name. Little transformation, minimal obedience. Formality keeps us near the Guru in body, but far in heart.
So somebody is very proud that, my Guru is this, he has done this, he has done that. Do you know whose disciple I am? You know that? Huh? So I am so-and-so's disciple. You only have the pride of being some big Guru's disciple. See, simply by being a disciple of a big Guru, you don't become big. You have to do yourself some big service. Correct? Huh? Simply by, you may have connection to a big Guru, but that connection is not enough. Using the connection, you have to do some nice service and attract the mercy of Guru. So some people are only proud of their Guru's name. And then the heart transformation is very little, not much, because they have not applied the teachings of Guru. So no much transformation. And then minimal obedience. Minimal obedience means what? Guru, they know what all Guru says that you should do, but they don't have time to do, or they don't have interest to do. They are very negligent or inattentive. Because there's one more reason for this. Such boys are also too much identifying with their career, with their reputation in the outside world. They're very delighted by their career. Prabhu, I got my promotion, Prabhu. I come to give you some, small donation, and I got a promotion. So they are very much, they identify with the outside world. I got a promotion, I'm getting bigger job, I'm getting bigger post, I got payroll was increased, I'm going abroad. They very much think they are the body. They don't realize they are not the body. And on the other hand, in spiritual life, there is no delight. So if they don't identify with the Guru and the temple and the seva, but on the other hand, I have also seen boys, they are working in a company, there are boys working in big companies. They will be most of the time in dhoti kurta and wearing tilak, and coming to temple and loading the books and going and distributing books and, going and preaching, conducting Harinam here, inviting brahmacharis, please come and help. They are full swing. You wonder, are they working in company or they are full time? You wonder like that. There are boys like that also. Both types I have seen. So it depends on what you identify yourself with. Is it a super upar formality ke liye liya, diksha liya? You're taking diksha for the sake of taking. Or sometimes what happens, the mentor also is little pushy. Some Prabhuji Mataji, उनको पकड़ कर बिठा देते हैं दीक्षा में. होता है कि नहीं? Sometimes they put Harinam say, तुम भी जाकर बैठो उधर. अभी पता नहीं, when will you give diksha next time? Take diksha now. Some people give. So that fellow is not ready actually. Correct, no? Actually it is said, hit the rod when it is. So when one has that fiery spirit to serve, that is the time one should get diksha. Right, no? Read the other side, genuine shelter.
Genuine shelter, living according to Guru's instruction, thinking about Guru's mission, taking responsibility. Shelter connects us to the Guru in heart and empower us for service.
Yeah. We should do, first thing is, you have to live according to Guru's instruction. Say, like, when I was in Bombay, I finished my IIT in 91. So I got 2 jobs in Bombay and 3 jobs in Pune. But these 2 jobs in Bombay were not good. They were in textile mill kind of job. So many people told me that you'll get a lot of this cotton into the nose. It's not good if you go for the job, if you go to the shop floor. So then I was trying to take Pune job. Pune, 2 jobs are good. One was mediocre one. So when I wanted to take the Pune one, many of the devotees in Bombay were telling, hey, why do you leave the devotees and go, you have to be alone in Pune. There may be too much Maya if you are alone. But I liked the job was fitting my nature and my interest. So I said, wherever I go, I'll try to practice. So I came, I took a flat close to the company. So I was cooking myself. Of course, my chapati will be like a Britannica biscuit. It will be like you have to break and eat it. When our Mr. Bhaktarasad Maharaj once came to my room in Pune. So when I gave him this 4 or 5 chapatis, like flat and crispy. So I asked Maharaj, hope it's all right for you. He said, yeah, very purifying, he said. So, until Gauranga Prabhu came to Pune, and Gauranga Prabhu, Maharaj only sent Gauranga Prabhu. He said, poor Radheshyam is just eating biscuit like chapatis. And he's making khichdi morning, evening. Simple khichdi is eating. You also should go. So he got a job in Kirloskar Oil Engines. He came. When he came and saw the vessels, he said, hey, it looks like for children have play tie, small vessels. He went to the market. So he went to he got, big vessels. He would make a lot of dal and sabji and chapati and rice. It was like a feast, a big thing he would make morning, evening, 2 times a day, proper. Which prasadam should be proper, he would say. So we were staying together and going. So we get up in the morning, take a bath. I would do Mangalarti along with singing also. Singing also I will do and Arati also I will do. So hearing my singing, some of the neighborhood people started coming, hearing the Arati. Then I kept both the doors wide open. Anybody want to come can come. Morning. Almost 20 people would come. 15, 20 people would come. There were boys, there were kids, there were some families also in the neighborhood. They would come and offer obeisances. Then I would give them some bananas or some fruits I would give. So when Gauranga Prabhu came, he said, hey, itne log aa rahe hain. He thought it's a weekly program, he thought. I said, these guys come every day. And the neighborhood people would come like this. So one thing I saw, as a disciple, first he says, living according to Guru's instruction. You do this, then you will get a lot of support in your spiritual life. I was just doing Mangalarti for myself only, but Krishna sent so many people. Correct, no? The neighborhood, they started coming. People started coming. And also, eventually, a lot of program opportunities came. So in my company, I was going to Microvax, one lab and working there. So every day when I would go to work there was one very cheerful boy. He would be sitting, and whoever came there, he would say, Jai Shri Ram, like that he would say like that. So because he was saying Jai Shri Ram, I thought he's a spiritual minded fellow. I didn't know that he is RSS fellow. Yeah. So I one day went to him and gave one Prabhupada's book, because in company, in my drawer, I had about 20 books with me, always. So whoever shows little symptoms, I would give them one book. So this fellow showed some symptoms. So I went and gave him. He finished the book in 2-3 days and came back and said, do you have more such books? Then he was going home to Belgaum. So I gave him almost 10 books I gave him. He took it for almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and he finished and came back. He said, these books are marvelous. He said, wonderful books. He said, my parents are calling me for making a marriage engagement, but I have been always doubtful whether to marry or not. I wasn't very convinced. After reading these books, I am super confident that I also want to consider joining. So you were telling me that you are going to become brahmachari. I also would like to. He said, then he asked me where are you living, and then he came and joined my room, this fellow. And when Gauranga Prabhu came, this boy became very ecstatic, because he also liked Gauranga Prabhu's cooking. And so they both were to cook together. And he was Sudama Prabhu. You know Sudama Prabhu? So we 3 of us were staying together. And every evening we had program. Almost 5 programs I had. Gauranga Prabhu had a few programs in a week. Sudama Prabhu also. We would go to different places. So we were a small ashram. The life was so thrilling. We were even wondering why to join full time. We can live here only lifelong. We thought like that. This will make it into a temple only, in this locality only. We were thinking like that. Later on, Gauranga Prabhu got to an accident in Bombay in a car. And then he joined full time. Then I joined after that. immediately. January he joined and February I joined at 94. So the life can be so thrilling because when you live according to Guru's instruction, you feel the presence of Guru in your life very strongly. And you feel the relish and joy of spiritual life. That's why as soon as you live according to Guru's instruction by doing sadhana, then you can think about Guru's mission. Actually, Guru is putting sweat and toil, struggling to preach and help the conditioned souls. Every disciple should ask, am I shouldering the burden of Guru or burdening the shoulder of Guru? Which one we should do? Should you shoulder the burden or burden the shoulder? That's what disciple should ask. If my Guru wants to do so many things, and how am I helping in propagating this mission of Krishna consciousness? So then one takes responsibility. See, shelter connects us to the Guru in heart and empowers us for doing service. Once you connect to Guru in the heart, that connection empowers you. What is the meaning of connecting Guru? Anybody can explain this? See, true shelter is not about being seen with the Guru, but about serving his mission. It's not that you have many photos you are with the Guru. You can show people that I am standing with Guru or whatever. No. How you are serving his mission. So what is the meaning of this one? Shelter connects us to the Guru in heart and empowers us for service. Anybody can explain this? Very important sentence it is. Anybody? Yeah? No. Boy should. This is the MTech course. For them, they have to think, you are brahmachari, you are already surrendered. Huh? Yes. Yes, true.
We need to follow the instructions of Guru regularly, resonate with the mission of Guru, and try to serve according to his will.
Yes, beautiful. He said, first live according to his Guru's instruction. Chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regular, attend the morning program, read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, follow 4 regular principles, honestly avoid opposite sex. So these are the ways you live according to his instruction first. Secondly, as he said, Guru's mission is 3 things I told you. Eat prasad, distribute prasad. Read Prabhupada books, distribute Prabhupada books, isn't it? Similarly, do japa and do Harinam Sankirtan. So these kind of things, Janma Sarthika Kori Kara. The second thing you do, if you do these 2 things, living according to instruction and thinking about Guru's mission, and then you are taking responsibility for the ISKCON society in your own way, small way, big way, whatever way you can. At that time, one starts feeling connection with the Guru in one's heart. That is the time you start feeling connection. When you act according to, like you said, align your will with Guru's will and act in these 2 ways, living according to his instruction and thinking about Guru's mission. If you do this, you can feel connection to Prabhupada, you can feel connection to Guru. Very strong. Like Prabhupada was going in Jaladuta, did he feel connection to Bhaktivedanta Thakur or not? Yeah, the song he sang, no? He was telling about his Guru only, correct, no? Even in America also, he was talking about his Guru and my Guru Maharaja sent me, correct, no? He was telling everybody. So, he strongly felt, Prabhupada says in the introduction to Nectar of Instruction, this Krishna conscious movement is conducted under the supervision of Rupa Goswami. He says that. That means he is able to see that Rupa Goswami is supervising. And this is ISKCON movement. That's a vision Prabhupada has. Another place in NOI he writes, this Krishna conscious movement was originally started by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He doesn't say I started it. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started it, he says. He is the founder of this movement. So Prabhupada gives credit to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, credit to his own Guru, he gives credit to Rupa Goswami. So that means he's feeling connection with all these people, all these acharyas in the line. So the connection becomes stronger when you align with Guru's instructions and mission. That empowers us for seva. Like you can have 2 wires here lying here. One wire may be connected to socket, another wire may be not connected. So the one which is connected to socket, that is a live wire, we call it. Correct, no? Another one is a dead wire. So a live wire can be used for glowing the bulbs, not the dead wire. Correct, no? So we want to be like live wire or dead wire? Yeah, live wire means we have to live according to Guru's instruction and mission. I read that.
What does Guru protect us from? Dhenukasura principle. Dhenukasura represents ignorance, false ego, wrong identity. Guru provides knowledge. Disciple must apply it. Guru removes the Dhenukasura, ignorance, and gives access to the sweet fruits of devotion.
One day, Krishna, Balaram and coward boys, when they were going in the forest of Raj, the coward boy said, "Oh Krishna, oh Balaram, do you see there is a forest nearby called Talavan? And very nice smell of those fruits is coming through the air, wind. The wind is bringing it. Can't you smell it? Such a nice fragrance. So we are very eager to go there and eat those fruits, but we can't eat it unless you two of you help us. So we need your help." Actually, the coward boys are very intelligent. They didn't want to eat. They wanted to feed Krishna Balaram. But they said, we want it. Because if they say for you, then Krishna Balaram may not take it seriously. So they said, we want it. Then Krishna Balaram agreed to go. So when they entered the forest, first thing Balaram did was he shook the tal trees. When he shook the trees are moving like this. And then the fruit started falling. Fall. Hearing that, Dhenukasura was in the form of a donkey, one demon. He heard the sound, "Hey, who has entered our territory without my permission?" Like that he was angry. He was very territory conscious. He thought that Kamsa has allotted me this area to rule. Baisato, if you see, the whole Vrindavan is Krishna's only. All the 12 forests. How is it that Kamsa got this Talavan? Correct, no? But this foolish Dhenuka was thinking like that. It's my forest, he was thinking. I am in charge there, he thought. So he came running very, very fastly. And then he saw Balaram is shaking. So he turned, about turned. And with the hind legs, behind legs, pat, 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 he was hitting Balaram on his chest. Nothing happened to Balaram. Balaram is very strong, no? He caught hold of the two hind legs and he whirled them. Zoom, 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 whirled and threw him on the top of a tree. So you will see the donkeys are considered foolish because if he is fighting from the front, at least with the head he can hit. Correct, no? If he's showing the back two legs, easily he can be caught. Correct, correct, no? That shows the ignorance of the donkey, foolish donkey. And what does this Dhenukasura represent? This represents proprietorship mentality. So he thought, I am the proprietor of the Tal forest. Similarly, what happens to us? We identify very much with our parents, with our home, with our country. One time, one ITBHU boy had come for one camp when I had gone to Varanasi way back, the early days of IITBHU preaching, way back in 2005-6, I think. So when I used to go there those days. So that time, this boy was sitting in the one camp we were doing, Sankalpa camp or something. When I talked about how the soul may be Indian now, tomorrow they can be a Pakistani also, correct? No? The soul changes bodies. This boy was like shocked. क्या स्वामी जी आपने फाउंडेशन को उड़ा दिया आपने हम सोच रहे थे भारतवासी हैं आपने बोल दिया हम कुछ भी बन सकते हैं हमको चक्कर आ रहा है सर आई सेड मैंने देने का उसको भी चक्कर आया क्योंकि उन्होंने zoom 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 करके फेंका उनका ऊपर. I told in this past time. Dhenukasura means proprietorship mentality. You identify too much with your land, motherland. My parents. Our parents are also for only one lifetime. Our motherland is for only one lifetime. After that it changes like that. So what Guru does, Guru goes to the root and attacks the root of material identification. Dehatma buddhi. That he shoots down. That is Guru's main job. Guru wakes us up and says, my dear Jiva, Jiva Rasarupa hoy, you are only servant of Krishna. You don't belong to this world. This is a foreign place. He says, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jiva jago, Gaura Chandra bole, Jiva jago. Kota nidra java maya pishachi rakole. भजमो बोलिया ऐसे संसार बितोरे भूलिया रहिले तुम्हें ओ विद्यार बरे ये नशे औषधि माया नासी वरुलागी हरि नाम महामंत्र लो तुम्हें मागे तुम्हारा तारीखे आवे हर अवतारा हमें मेरा बंधु आरो के आचे तुम्हारा भक्ति विनोद प्रभु करणे पुड़िया जय हरि नाम मंत्र दोयल मगिया कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare So here you find what he says. The sleeping soul, he says that you are sleeping on the lap of which of? Maya, he is saying. And what is Maya Dev doing? She is keeping on the lap, but she is sharpening the knife. For what? Sleep, peacefully sleep. She will cut. That's what he is preparing now. But what is that? That is the old age disease and death. Repeatedly, not once, twice, thrice. So he is saying, before she can cut your throat, what you should do? Get up. And why am I telling you? Because I am your bandhu. I am your true friend, a super soul. And I am accompanying you. I am awake, you are asleep. So he's saying that get up and take this holy name, like that he's saying. So that's what Guru does. Guru is helping us to understand that your role is not in this world. Your role is in that world. You are related to the Lord. So he eradicates ignorance He removes the false ego and gives true identity. And that's how he gives the Krishna Prem fruit. He awards you. Read that? Where's the mic with you?
Guru, protecting our faith. Guru protects us from bhakti, pure service to Krishna. Bhakti abhas
Yeah,
makes
he protects us from Bhakti Abhas. Actually, we want Shuddha Bhakti. But what is Bhakti Abhas? Covering Shuddha Bhakti is some things which prevents us from experiencing the bliss of Shuddha Bhakti. So he prevents us from that. What are they? Prestige, followers, comfort, recognition. For example, one mentor is having a dozen boys under him. Another mentor has only 4 boys. So this mentor is subtly criticizing the other mentors. Prabhuji, you have to learn how to preach. There's a technique. You should know the art of getting more boys. Subtly he is giving him a clue that you are not so smart. Then that mentor is telling him, yeah, somebody may have more number of boys, doesn't mean he's a great soul. Somebody else may have only 4 boys, and those 4 boys maybe department toppers. Right now. So sometimes equal friends can criticize each other because they are proud of their own followers. Right now. Or sometimes we want prestige in a seva. We say that, Prabhuji, I'm ready to take up that service. Why? Because there is some prestige associated with the service. Like, for example, giving a one-time program in a college and some 500 people are ready to attend. So then one thinks that I like that service, not this service. Or sometimes there's a competition for who will do that service. Also, mixed motivation includes the comfort also. Bhakti Abhas means comfort also. One is not ready to sacrifice. Like as soon as everybody is going for Harinam, one goes into bathroom, says, Prabhuji, I'm little, I have to take a bath now. So and once the Harinam has left, then only he'll come out. Harinam. So then one wants comfort. One thinks, I'll escape. Okay, you can escape, but you escape mercy. Correct now? Escaping service means escaping mercy. Similarly, recognition, wanting recognition. I did it. That was demanding credit. Liberation from suffering. So Guru helps us preserve pure devotion. So Guru protects us by preserving pure devotion and avoiding traps of mixed motives. That is Guru's job. So this Bhakti Abhas. What is the meaning of Abhas? Abhas means it looks like Bhakti, it is not Bhakti. Sometimes it may appear externally that one is a big devotee. One is not a big devotee unless one is free from these motives. Yeah, go ahead.
How does a disciple remain protected? Hear, receive instructions, follow, apply instructions, serve, engage body, minds, and words.
So this is a separate seminar on this. This is divided into two. Inquire. The first one is inquire and hear. Second one is serve and satisfy. Sorry. Inquire and hear. Sorry. Here is the 6 steps I'll show you. Inquire, hear, apply, serve, satisfy, consult. So you take a 10-minute break and come back. When you come back 12 o'clock, we will start this. And then we will do this and then go back to the previous PPT. Okay?